Columbus State University, broadcasting from the InPace Radio Center and Television Center from downtown, uptown Columbus. It is your CSU Sports Talk radio show. I'm your host, Derek Bailey, with my beautiful co-host, Shatil Bradford, and my producer, Matthew Gay. How you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
I've missed you guys. I haven't seen you guys in about a week.
Oh my gosh, I've missed y'all so much. Y'all have no idea. It's been a long 2 weeks.
Matt, how you been?
Good. Semester season's almost over. I'm already planning my summer. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a forward planner. I like to forecast the future, so I'm already planning my summer.
Me too.
Shatil's actually got 2 jobs lined up for the summertime. She'll be working, and she graduates in May, so congratulations, Shatil.
Hey, less than a month. I mean, I know those seniors out there, they're ready like me. It's time to get going.
Well, some of us seniors aren't graduating. I'm going to summer school. Some of us got that extra time in.
They call that super senior.
Super senior.
4-year degree in 6 years is nothing to be ashamed of. I want to give you credit. Good job. Congratulations. 6-year plan. I know some on the 1010-year plan. You're good. You're ahead of schedule.
I mean, I think Derek is more like on the 8-year.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's been 6
a while.
now.
He's fine.
But today on the show, we got a special host, special co-host, special guest, guy who we've been talking about, we've been wanting to see for a while. Back to Friday Night Sports Show, we want to see him is Coach Appleton, the head coach of CSU's men's baseball team. How you doing, Coach?
Good. Glad to be here. Thanks, Derek.
We've been talking about you for a while. Me and Matt actually worked on Friday Night Sports Focus, which was a show that came on Friday nights where we talked about all sorts of sports. And that's when I kind of started. I'm not by nature a baseball fan. And that's when I started kind of keeping up with baseball a little bit, and then Columbus State baseball. And I was like, man, these guys are good. They're always winning. I did the show off and on for about a year and a half. And it's just like you guys always stayed good. And I was like, okay, one day I gotta get this guy, and I gotta pick his brain and see how he does this. But before we get into all that, can you just tell the folks a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and who you are?
Well, my name is Greg Appleton. I've been the baseball coach here at Columbus State. This will be my 17th year here at Columbus State.
Ooh.
And before I came to Columbus State, I was the head baseball coach at Young Harris when it was a junior college. And before that, I was the assistant baseball coach at the University of Georgia for 9 years. And I also played there. I went from being a player into coaching. But I'm originally from Atlanta, and I've been in Georgia my entire life, and I have never left the state. So, love it here in Columbus, and it's a great place to be.
Okay. I just want to start the people off and ask you, when did you first start playing baseball, fall in love with it, and who was a player that you looked up to, like, as you grew up and played baseball?
Well, growing up in Georgia, I started playing baseball, I think when I was like 6 or 7 years old. The thing that got me into sports, and especially into baseball, I had an older brother that played and loved baseball, so you always want to do what your older brother does. So that's what got me into it, and we played every sport and every season. If it was fall, we were playing football, and if it was in the winter, we were playing basketball, and spring and summer, we played baseball. But growing up, living in Atlanta, the Braves were here, and that was my team, but I'd have to say my favorite player was Pete Rose at that time, and in the 70s when the Reds were the big red machine, and they had all the great players and were winning championships. Pete Rose was probably my favorite player at that time.
Okay. And then if you could just tell us your highest point as a baseball player, and then piggyback that and give us your highest player as a baseball coach.
Well, I had many years that we had a lot of I had a very successful high school career and won a couple state championships. I went to Marist in Atlanta, and I think probably the height of my baseball career was signing a baseball scholarship at the University of Georgia. Unfortunately, I went to Georgia and I got injured right away and had elbow surgery, and my playing career at Georgia didn't work out exactly how I had planned. But I think the best thing about getting hurt for me is it pointed me towards coaching. And because I had never thought about coaching, I was always going to be a player. And after getting hurt, I knew I wanted to stay in the game. So being a coach was the best way for it. And I've really enjoyed it. I've had some tremendous players play for me, and I've been at some great places. Probably the 2 biggest highs that I've had in my coaching career was in 1990. We won the national championship at Georgia. We beat Oklahoma State, and in Omaha. It was a great thrill. And then coming here as to Columbus State as a head coach in 2002, we made it to the World Series in Montgomery, Alabama, and we're fortunate enough to win a national championship that year. So people ask me all the time, you go, which one was better? And I said they're exactly the same. It's standing out on the field with 30 other guys celebrating. It doesn't get any better than that.
Right now we want to talk about rivalries. All right, Matt Rival is another producer here on set, a guy named Eric. They fight on a daily basis. They wrestle, they thumb wrestle, they fight for parking spaces. They exchange choice words about each other's personality. Shatil, who is our nicknamed MVP, her rivalry are the girls from Clayton State. She was a women's basketball player this year. They won the region, went off the nationals. She hates the girls from Clayton State. Every time we pass by Clayton State, she gets upset. Stomach starts growling, all that. She gets hungry.
Well, and she got even with them in the tournament.
And she she did.
I saw that game.
The best part of my life right there. Yeah.
So I want to ask you, do our Cougars, do our guys, do you guys have a rival that when the game comes, you guys are excited to see these fellas because you know you're going to give it to them?
I think our biggest rival is obviously an in-state team. At Georgia College is our biggest rival. They've always had a good baseball program, and so have we. We recruit a lot of the same players, being a state school, and we have a lot of things that are exactly the same. So when we play Georgia College, it's always kind of special. We played them a couple weekends ago up their place, and we beat them 2 out of 3, and it was a great victory for us. But I'd have to say they are our biggest rival. We have a lot of natural rivals because we're a state school, so West Georgia and Valdosta and Armstrong, they're all rivals, but I'd say Georgia College is probably our biggest rival at this point.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you ever play against any of the coaches that used to coach you when you played?
Those guys are probably not alive now, so no. The thing about it, I've been coaching at Columbus State so long, and a lot of the other schools in the Peach Belt, their baseball coaches have been there for a long time too, and so I've developed a lot of great friends with those guys. But it also you want to beat those guys too, and so that's something that has happened. But I don't think I've ever coached against anybody that has coached me. But I have developed a lot of friendly rivals within the coaching ranks in the Peach Belt and the state.
Okay. Currently, you guys are 31-11, something like that. The record for wins at Columbus State, correct me if I'm right, 51-52?
I believe it was, I think it was 52 in 07.
Okay, 52 and 07. 2002, you guys win the championship. 07, you guys win the conference. You guys are very good. So you've had some really amazing years here. This season, you guys are statistically better than those 2 years going into the conference playoffs by winning percentage. So does this year kind of have the same feel as those years? Is it a different feel? Does each great year have a different feeling?
Yeah, I think they all have a different feel. I think the biggest thing is your team is really defined by what you do in the postseason. And, we're still in the regular season, and we're doing our best to try and build our record and to win the conference championship and qualify for all the postseason stuff. But I think you're really defined by what you do in the conference tournament, the regional, and the World Series. So, and that stuff is ahead of us. And but we just have to stay in the moment, and you can't really think about what's going to happen 2 weeks down the road. You have to play the game today. We have Albany State today. This is the biggest game of the year because it's the next game. And I think that's one thing that this team that we've had this year is they've stayed in the moment and they've played day to day and they haven't looked too far ahead. And that's been a great quality of this team. And, they've taken each challenge how it comes. And I think records and what you did and everything, that's kind of what you sit back and look at after the year is over. And then you're kind of defined by that after the year's over. But I don't, thinking about it during the year, I don't think that's really what we need to do.
Okay. But I remember talking to you off air, and you said one thing mentally that's different is that those years you guys kind of snug up on people.
Right.
And this year you guys never won the conference. You're the front runner. Do you think it takes a different mental fortitude knowing that people are gunning for you?
It's tougher. It's tougher. It's definitely easier being the hunter than being the hunted. You always want to be the underdog because it's a great way to motivate your team to beat somebody. But we're getting towards the end of the year and we're up towards the top, so we have people chasing us and we're not chasing anybody. And those other years we were kind of we came from behind and caught people and won championships. So it's definitely a different feel. But it just takes a different kind of attitude that you try to get your players motivated by being the best and playing like the best. And I like to tell these guys, I said, you need to play like nobody. Everybody that comes to the game today has never seen you play, and you have to show them how good you are. And that's one of the things we try to use. And this has been a great group as far as staying focused on the task that we have at hand. And hopefully we'll keep doing that for the next few weeks that we have left.
Okay. Good luck to you guys. You guys right now are number 1 in the conference, followed by Lander number 2, and then you guys have number 3, USC Aiken. You guys have a game scheduled against them coming up.
Right. Big weekend series with Aiken. We have a doubleheader on Friday and a single game on Saturday. This being Easter weekend, we've moved it up. Instead of a Saturday Sunday, we have a Friday Saturday series. And Aiken won the conference last year, had a great team that went to the regional, and they have a lot of guys back from that team. They haven't quite put up the record they did last year, but they're in the hunt. They're right behind us at 3rd place, and there's only a few games that separate us. So it's a huge game. We're glad we're playing at home. We've been a tough team at home to beat, but they'll come in here ready to go, and we have to be the same.
Okay, most definitely. We're actually going to have Matt at you guys' games this weekend. You guys have 2 games this weekend. Or is it 3?
It's a 3-game series.
It's a 3-game series. You guys play Albany State today. That's for the autism thing. That's for the autism 5K, 1K, 10K that everybody knows about. The Autism Speaks. They're going to have those on April 18th at 8 o'clock.
Right.
But you guys have 3 games this weekend against
Aiken.
Against Aiken. Okay. Yeah. Coach, well, it's been a pleasure. I've been wanting to have you in here for a long time. One thing I wanted to ask you, we talked about it off air before I let you go. You've been a good coach. I mean, I got your stats here: 64% career winning percentage, winningest coach in CSU history, top 20 in Division II history. You built the Young Harris baseball program. What do you do consistently? You've been a junior college coach. You've been a Division I coach. You've been a Division II coach. You win everywhere you go. What do you do consistently to keep these numbers up?
Well, I think the best thing that has helped us here at Columbus State is we've always had a winning tradition, and when I came here, it was well established, and my goal was to keep it going. Obviously, the first thing you have to do is you have to recruit, and you got to get good players. I mean, because if you had good players, it always gives you a chance to win. But I have 2 outstanding assistant coaches in Patrick Collins and Sammy Stires. Patrick's been with me for 12 years, and Sammy's been with me for 10. So those guys do an outstanding job, and when we go to practice, we know our roles, and those guys do a great job in helping me. And I think the atmosphere that we have here at Columbus State is a winning atmosphere in just about every sport that we have, and that helps us. People know when we show up somewhere or they come to our place that they're going to be facing a good team. And of all the players that we've had in the past and coaches, they've set the standard for our baseball program. And I don't think we do anything different than anybody else does. We just we feel like we have good players and that we're going to win. And sometimes it's an attitude. You think of Duke basketball, you think of Coach K, and they're going to win. They're going to be in the tournament every year. Now, they might get upset in the first game like they did this year. Yeah. But, next year they'll be back and they'll be in that tournament. And that's the way we want people to think about all our teams at Columbus State. We want them to think, hey, if you're going to win a championship, you got to go through Columbus State to get there.
Okay. Matt, do you have something?
I did, actually. I had a quick question. I don't know. We haven't brought it up yet, but you got Win 600 not that long ago. What is your highlight thus far going to be your highlight for your coaching career? Was it 600 wins, winning a championship, another championship, a D2 World Series, or making it to the Columbus State University Athletic Hall of Fame, which you're likely to make? I will nominate you today if I could.
I'll vote, definitely.
What would be the highlight out of all those accomplishments?
Well, I think when you look back and you winning games and the number of games that you win, I don't think as coaches we normally don't think of that. Those are highlights. We've won 600 games here because we've had a lot of good players, and I've been here for 17 years. That's why we've won so many games. But winning championships, I think that kind of defines you as a player and a coach. You think about any great team. They won the championship, and players talk about that all the time. If you're going to be a great player, a great coach, it's about winning championships. And I certainly want to continue to win championships here, and accolades that come from winning and winning championships. Those are great, but just developing good relationships with your players and other coaches and having a good time doing it. That's the most important thing. I know it sounds cliche, but it's what you remember after everything is over. I don't think you're going to remember the wins and losses. You're going to remember the people that helped you get there, and the championships will always stand out because those mark the best years that you had.
Okay, I have one last question.
Sure.
I know you've been coaching here for 17 years. Do you ever think about when you're going to retire?
Well, I have a 14-year-old in 7th grade, so she's got to go to college. So, and I gotta fund that. So, no, I've never really thought about retiring. I've always thought about how long I can coach, but
As long as you keep winning, keep doing it.
yeah,
Hey,
I mean,
they're
as long
not
as
looking to
they'll
fire
keep me here, I still enjoy it. I love being around college players because they keep you young, and I still love everything about it. I love going on road trips and on the bus and eating fast food, and those things are still fun to me, and it's not a chore. I love the games, obviously, but I still like going to practice. I haven't had a real job in 30 years, so this, if I can keep doing what I'm doing, it'll be great.
All right.
Coach, it's been a pleasure. See you guys on the other side of the break. It's CSU Sports Talk. See you in a moment. And welcome back to CSU Sports Talk. I'm your host, Derek Bailey, on the other side of the break with my beautiful co-host, Shatil Bradford, and my producer, Matthew Gage. Just finished up a great segment with CSU men's baseball coach, Coach Appleton. But on the other side of the break, we're going to talk about a little sports. Shaw, you got a little track and field for us over there?
Yeah, track and field went to Furman this past weekend, and they actually broke a record for the 4x4, a school record. So they're about 2 seconds off the national rank to get provisionals. I don't know if you guys know, but I was actually PBC last week. I was PBC Player of the Week because I actually broke it for discus. And shot put. So I'm actually ranked 24th right now in the nation for shot put. And hopefully I'll be going to nationals at the end of May. And then we also have our 4x4 women's team. They are doing excellent, guys. It's a team of freshmen, and they're all just they're doing their part right now. Each of them have a nice split time, and they're just trying to get it a little bit lower. They're about half a second off of the national provisional mark. So if they keep going and working out hard, they're all going to get ranked for nationals, and then we'll have a couple more people in that van.
Okay. Matt, do you think you could beat Shaw in shot put?
Ooh.
That's actually
You're an Iron Man.
That's a really
You're an Iron Man. So I
interesting
wonder.
question. I've never even tried to shot put. I don't believe.
Because
But
it's
I don't
technique involved. It's
know.
not just about being
I don't
strong.
know. Yeah,
It's not-
there's technique and
Everybody keeps giving me it's a big ball. It's actually a weight, and the boys' weight is actually 16 pounds.
okay. So that's the question though. So am I going to use the women's weight or the guys' weight?
I think it'd be unfair for you to use a man's weight.
It'd be unfair.
I
But
think it'd be
he's the
unfair.
man.
I think it'd be unfair. I think he had to
But
use
he's the
women's weight.
man.
I see it's getting heated. Softball. We have our girls. They actually swept Young Harris last week, and they locked up a spot in the PBC playoffs. They are the 6th seed, so that means they'll be playing either Armstrong or the University of South Carolina Aiken. The tournament will be starting in about a week or two, and our girls are looking to defend not one national championship, but 2. So they're kind of like the Miami Heat of softball.
Correction. The conference starts Friday.
Starts Friday.
Friday is the same time as track.
2 rings. I'm picking our girls to win it. They're 2-time defending champions.
Three-peat. I mean,
I have to pick our girls.
they're beasts this year. I mean, they're running after those boys like with the records, everything. They're doing it, and the 4 seniors are really stepping up this year.
I gotta pick our girls. On other news, our girls on soccer just got back. I know you guys heard about the trip that they went to Europe to play soccer. They just got back yesterday. They finished up 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties. They were down for a week. Their last game was, I guess, a day or 2 ago. They played Millwall. That was their first loss. They actually have webisodes online. The Columbus State Athletic page. Chelsea Pearson, who is a PR major here, she works in the communication department. She made a week-long webisode chronicling their whole journey. So we want to give shouts out to Chelsea and to the women's soccer team. Everybody go home and check that out. It's great videos. They're only like 2 or 3 minutes in length, each one of them. And so I definitely want everybody to go check it out. And then our women's tennis team is doing great right now. Me and Matt actually went and filmed them earlier this week. They're 6th in the country, and they played last Saturday and beat UNC Pembroke 5-1 only because they forfeited 1 game after they had won so many. They're 17-4 overall 12-1 in conference. They're leaving out today because the PBC tournament starts on the 17th, Thursday in Florence. And we've got 2 players on our team that are nationally ranked. Paulo Sigui is number 2.
Paulo Sigui.
Sigui. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I don't speak the language of love. And Beatrice Leon. She's number 14. And together they're number 10 in the country in doubles. Yeah. Leon.
They are on it.
Leon.
If you watch that one tennis match with them playing doubles,
Yeah, me and Matt were out there last week. It was beautiful. They were killing it.
Well, yeah, we were shocked even before the tournament started, right?
Oh, yeah.
That, they were getting more hype than any other CSU sports team that we've seen.
Time out. I got to blow the whistle.
Hostile. Go ahead.
Tennis is a whole different animal.
Oh,
like before the game, they stand them across from each other. They mean mug each other and they call out names and like run by each other and like just yeah. And I never seen this before. Like, and then they like get together and have like little chants and they mean, yo. I was sweating under my collar.
Yeah, and you were the one telling me, get in there, get into it with the camera, get in the cage with them with the camera. You can do it. I wanted nothing to do with those people.
I did try to send that in.
They hit a ball so mean.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then that grunt. Oh my gosh.
It was so funny because Matt was like, "No, I don't think that's
no,
good."
I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot from outside the fence. I'm good.
He wasn't really dealing with it.
He's scared anyway. He wouldn't talk to none of them.
I don't blame him, but we got some beautiful girls on our tennis team. Anyway, with that being said, May 3rd, May 3rd in the Lumpkin Center, we have cheerleader and dance tryouts. Just want to give a shout out.
It's ironic how that went right after you said the tennis players.
Well, I don't want to leave out any other sports team. You see what I'm saying? Matt, you stretching out over there?
Yeah, I didn't know the tryouts were coming up, so I'm
Yeah.
starting
to try out?
Yeah, you got it.
Have you ever seen this on top of a pyramid?
I don't want to.
Oh, all right. Well, never mind.
Well, you could. I think he could be a good like bottom left corner.
Bottom left corner.
Corner.
Try bottom left corner outside the gym.
Oh man.
Hate on Matt Day.
Yo.
I didn't know that was happening today. I didn't get the memo.
I can do it. I mean, I got a little gymnast skills. You know, I used to do it back in the day. I can do a little something.
I'm still not convinced you could beat me in shot put.
Let's not go there.
Oh.
Excuse me. Have you not seen these guns?
Oh, well, you know what? We gotta, before we get to him going against anybody else, we gotta show the video of him going against Kenny Funderburk.
Oh.
Yeah, we have that video. We have it live. Matter of fact, with that being
he
said,
murdered you, didn't he? He didn't go back.
Actually, it was pretty close.
I can make it. I can make it disappear. It's okay.
Actually, it was pretty close. You guys were going toe to toe, 0-0 for a long time.
Yeah,
By
he
close,
beat me
you mean
3-1.
10 to 0?
No, he beat me 3-1.
Y'all went to 3?
They
We
went.
played CSU.
You got
horse.
tired, didn't
Like
you?
horse. We played CSU.
Oh, okay.
3-1.
And you lost in the horse? That's like the easiest game.
Really?
I mean,
Really?
And
Coming
you-
from the MVP? You're really?
I'm sorry.
That's like Jordan coming in here. Really? You're not very. Come on,
I
man.
mean,
Get on my
you
level.
might be the Rodman to my Jordan. You know
But,
what
hey,
I'm
that's
saying?
fine. As long as I get to play, that's all I care about. I'm trying to beat people.
Well, on the other side of the break, we're going to take another break coming in right now. On the other side, we'll go ahead and show you guys our video with Kenny Funderburk. We have a one-on-one piece where I sit down and talk basketball, talk life, and introduce you guys to the leading scorer of the men's basketball team. On the other side of the break. Good afternoon, Columbus. It's your host of CSU Sports Talk, Derek Bailey, here with a one-on-one with men's basketball player Kenny Funderburk. How you doing, Kenny?
You doing all right? You doing good?
I'm doing pretty good. Kenny, I hear they call you the Thunderbird.
Yeah, a couple of people call me that. A couple of them,
Where
not
that
too many.
nickname came from?
I really don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. Some people call it to me because they say I'm like explosive, like lightning, the thunder, just always going. So that's what I'm taking from it.
Okay. Because before I even met Kenny, y'all, I met him probably earlier this year before the season began. And everybody would say, we got this new guy on the team. He's really good. Thunderbird this, Thunderbird that. I was like, what is the kid's name? I'm on the roster. I don't know who this kid is. I couldn't. Speaking of people who don't know who you are, Kenny, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where you from?
I'm Kenny Funderburg from Charlotte, North Carolina, 704. You know, I played high school basketball at Olympic High School for 4 years on the Tom Baumgartner. Had a great high school career. You know, didn't finish as well as I thought, but it was a great high school career.
So what do you think made your game translate so well? You originally came out of high school and went to JUCO for a bit, right?
Yeah. Went to JUCO in Aiken, South Carolina at Aiken Technical College. I spent 3 years there. I played 2 and sat out 1 because I felt like I wasn't ready for the next level. So I sat out a year to kind of develop my game and get better. Yeah, I think it's just the mindset. I think it's all mental. It's physical, but it's mostly mental. You know, if you feel like, if you're out there and you feel like, you know, you can't do this and you can't do that, doubting yourself, then you're going to make mistakes. But I came in with the mindset as in, I'm going to do good, I'm going to be the best player out there in the court, and I'm going to go the hardest.
But at the end of the year, you guys finished up making it to the tournament. How do you feel about that up and down season, but still being able to make the tournament?
I feel like, you know, making the tournament was a great opportunity for us because we dropped a lot of games this year that we shouldn't have dropped it. But getting in the tournament was a blessing for us. And I feel like we really left it all on the court in the last game. Outside of a couple of bad possessions, I feel like the whole team as a whole played hard and left it all out there.
You know, watching that last game against USC Aiken here at the Lumpkin Center, you guys were really about 3-4 plays out of it. You guys almost had Montevallo beat at home here.
Yeah.
That crazy three-pointer won the game. You guys beat Montevallo on the road. You guys seem to me to be one of those teams that's right there on the cusp of being a Peach Belt championship team.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, this year wasn't our year. We always came in the locker room and say, yeah, we're going to get the next one, we're going to get the next one. But I look at the games. I came to the Peach Belt tournament and looked at the games, and I think it's just all of team chemistry, one, and second, maturity.
Yeah.
I don't think we was mature enough as a team to come down and make free throws at the end of the game. We wasn't mature to not turn the ball over at the end of the game. I think this off season, this summer is going to be big for us because we're going to really get that team chemistry and work hard as a team and try to mature more to finish games.
You know, I think you guys are definitely going to get more mature. I was looking at the roster the other day. You guys are only losing 2 guys, Brandon Dawson and Nick Turner. So that means R.J. Sessions coming back, you're coming back, D'Angelo's coming back, Shane Hayward's coming back. You guys are going to have a lot of returners that played heavy minutes coming back next year. How do you think that's going to help you guys going forward?
I definitely think it's a plus because I look at all the teams in the conference that really beat us this year, that finished strong, and USC Aiken's losing maybe 13 seniors, Georgia Southwestern losing like their starting 5. And I think us coming back as starters and playing heavy minutes is going to really help us because we got a year under our belt. You know, we coming back in. We know the program. We know the system. We know Coach Moore's coaching style. So I really think that's going to help us build to next year and make a run at the Peach Belt title next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Was your pops influential in coaching you and raising you up in the game? Or?
Yeah. My pop's been through everything with me, through thick and thin. You know, the ups and downs. He's always been there. My mother too. So I love him for that. I mean, I plan on graduating next May and get my degree in criminal justice and end my career with that. And I also plan to try to get a good contract overseas. That's what I want to do after. I don't want basketball to ever stop because it's like my number 1 love. I want to try to get a nice contract either in the United States, you know, overseas. I'm not really picky, you know. I just want to continue playing.
Okay, I'm gonna end the interview with this one. LeBron said that he's gonna end up on NBA's Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore, you guys know, mountain, 4 presidents, all that good stuff. We're not worried about the real Mount Rushmore. We're worried about our NBA Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Can you give me your top 4 of all time? We already know MJ's on it, so fill it out. Who's the rest of your Mount Rushmore of the NBA?
I have to go Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay, solid.
Irvin Magic Johnson.
Solid again.
And I'm going to leave the last one blank, you know, because I can't really say. I mean, it's a lot of great players, but we talking about the best of the best. And I feel like some of the best of the best that's going to end the game is still playing right now. So I'm going to leave that spot empty.
That's a solid answer.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
CSU Sports Talk, one-on-one with Kenny Funderburg. I'm Derek Besley signing out.
And we're back from the break. CSU Sports Talk.
right now, we just want to give you guys a little wrap up. This will be the last show for the semester. We want to give a shout out to all of our different sports teams. We want to tell you guys how much we enjoyed you guys tuning in on the radio, tuning in on the television, watching us, keeping up with you guys' teams. And we want to encourage you guys to go out and support the teams for the rest of the season. I've had a great time working with you, Matt. It's always amazing.
I've had a great time working with you guys. I mean, besides the jokes, all the laughter, I'll still beat you all. All right. So, guys, it's been great.
And yeah, it goes without saying, we all appreciate each other. I just want to throw out there, too, summer camps, CSU athletic summer camps for every sport pretty much for children to come out. Go online, find those, take your kids out there, learn from pretty much the best. Even Shatil might be teaching some people. MVP
I'll be
might
at
be
a
teaching
couple
some
of the
girls out
basketball
there.
camps, so y'all please come out.
See,
show
there you
your
go.
support. And there are a couple of conference championships coming up, so if you can, make some of those.
Derek,
Yeah.
closing.
Really, I just want to thank everybody in the whole Columbus State University family, not just the athletics, but everybody who does anything to help out the school. And then I want to have a special thank you to everybody that's in the in-pace and communication family. You guys see us on campus, you guys see us on television, you guys hear us on radio, but you guys don't understand the many people that work backstage, the people that edit film, the guys that hold cameras, the guys that go and backpack and watch all these events. And then you guys don't see the student interns that do all the work that no one maybe gets credit for. You guys don't see Dr. Gibson planning and organizing events or Haley Henderson doing the computer and paperwork behind it all. So I just want to take my hat off to everyone that makes it possible, and I appreciate them. And let's go Cougars.
We'll see you next fall.
Signing out. CSU Sports Talk.